For today's video, we're going to talk about the process of how to be a nurse in Germany. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay. I am a nurse in the UK and currently I am in Germany having my vacation.
Hi guys, my name is Sherwin. I am a registered nurse here in Germany. I've been staying here for almost 4 years now.
This time it's going to be something different. I thought, why not share about the process of applying as a nurse in Germany? Before we start with the process, do you think personally it's quite complicated to be a nurse in Germany?
Yeah, it is complicated to apply as a nurse here in Germany because there's a lot of process that you have to do before you be able to be a registered nurse here.
Okay, so why don't you begin? If I want to, for example, I'm working in the Philippines, I am a registered nurse, and I want to go to Germany. Where do I start?
The first thing that you need to do is to look for an agency. It's either you go directly to POEA or you can go to different private agencies. Under POEA, they have what they call the Triple Wing program, which is a government-to-government transaction. And for private agencies, they are connected to different private German employers here in Germany.
Okay, so the first step is to look for an agency
Exactly,
and then just choose whether you want to work in a government setting or in a private setting. I know we already talked about this earlier, but can you just tell them what's the difference as compared to the private agency?
So here's the thing. One of the requirements is for nurses to have at least 2 years experience in the medical setting. And they will pay for visa process, your plane tickets as well going to Germany, and the language training as well. Whereas if you opted to go to a private agency, you don't require you to have at least 2 years experience in a medical setting. Some of them will ask you to pay personally for the application of your visas. Plane ticket, normally the employer or the agency will shoulder the expenses as well as your language training.
Now the next step is to do the German language or to study for the German language.
Exactly.
And can you tell me more about it if you're under the private one?
Yeah, in the Philippines, you are given 7 to 9 months of language training. It consists of A1, A2, B1, and the last level is B2.
So four categories.
If you're going to apply to POEA, which is a government transaction, they only require you to have at least B1 level. Once you pass the B1 exam, you can already process your visa and go directly here in Germany, and then the B2 level, you have to take it here in Germany. Whereas if you apply for a private agency, you have to finish up until level B2. That means you have to take the B2 exam in the Philippines before you can go here in Germany.
The difference is it's kind of easier to fly to Germany if you're under the POEA. If you're applied in a private agency, you have to finish all the 4 categories of the German language before flying. So after looking for an agency and after doing the German training, assuming that you pass, they're going to process your visa and then they're going to provide your flight and then you will be in Germany. Once you're in Germany, is that it? You can finally work as a registered nurse.
That unfortunately is not the end of your journey. Once you get here in Germany, you will be classified as an assistant nurse. You're not going to be working as a registered nurse yet until you pass your recognition exam. In my case, I have to work and study for 4 months.
Like 2 weeks of work,
2 weeks of work, 1 week of study.
2 weeks of work, 1 week of study.
For 4 months. So once you're done with it, you'll have to take the exam.
So this exam that you're talking about, is this finally the exam wherein if you pass it, you're going to be a registered nurse in Germany?
Yes. The Anerkennung exam consists of 2 types. The first one is the Kenntnisprüfung exam, and then the other one is the Anpassungslehrgang. Under Kenntnisprüfung, it's divided into Praktische Prüfung, which is the practical exam, and then the Mündliche Prüfung, or the oral, or it's more of like a case presentation, which you have to be in a room without the panel, and then you have to select a specific topic or a specific type of disease that you have to discuss in front of the panel. Yeah.
Is that something that you choose yourself or you're gonna pick?
On the time of your exam, you'll be given a chance to pick from 9 of it.
Okay, and you're only given a chance to do a case presentation for one of the diseases.
Yeah.
So you mentioned this is the oral. What about the practical that you mentioned? What is that about?
Well, under the practical exam, it's like a turn demonstration. I'll have to select a real patient and I'll have to perform certain procedures like wound dressing, how to take proper vital signs, how to prepare the medications.
Mind you, they have to do that in German
In German
language, not in
language.
English. So
Exactly.
I'm really proud of my friend here. So there's 2 exams, oral and practical. Tell me what happens if you fail, for example, in oral and you pass the practical. Like what's the percentage of the exam?
It's a good question. Oral is practically 50% of the total of the exam, and then practical exam is the other 50%. If you fail the practical exam, you automatically fail the whole examination.
So what happens now if for example, I fail? Can I repeat it?
Once you fail or you have another attempt to take the examination, if you fail the second time, then unfortunately you have to either go back to the Philippines, or what they do here is they're offering you to take a study course.
A student nurse.
Exactly. And we call it here Ausbildung. So you have to take it for around 3 years.
Another question is, if for example I took the exam and I did fail and I want to take it again, is that going to be covered by the employer?
As far as I know, the second examination will be covered by the employer. By the way, guys, there is another exam that you can take aside from the Kenntnisprüfung, which I took during my time. This one is the Anpassungslehrgang. So in Anpassungslehrgang, you have to complete a clinical hours or clinical rotations in different hospital setting or areas for a year. Once you've completed all of it, then as far as I know, you have also to take a written examination, and once you pass the examination, then you'll be recognized as a registered nurse here in Germany. But that really depends on your employer.
How long do you have to wait to know that you finally have passed the exam, the oral and the practical?
Normally, the practical exam and the oral examinations are split into different schedules. In my case, I did my practical exam first, and 2 weeks after, I was scheduled to do my oral examination. Same day after my oral examination, I already found out that I passed the whole exam.
So when you pass your exam, that means your salary increases as well from being a nursing assistant to a registered nurse.
Not yet. So you have to wait first for the certificate, or we call it here the Urkunde. It's like the PRC registration in the Philippines.
License.
It took me like a month before I received mine.
That makes
So
sense.
after a month, that's the only time that my salary increased.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your application process and going to Germany. I do hope that a lot of people will actually be able to watch this, so they would have an idea if they want to work in Germany. Before I let you go, because I'm really amazed by his, German language skills. Can you just, tell me a few sentences about?
Or maybe I can just introduce myself in German.
Okay. Well.
Hallo, ich bin Sherwin, oder mein Name ist Sherwin. Ich heiße Sherwin, ich komme aus den Philippinen. Ich bin aktuell 34 Jahre alt. Ich bin Krankenpfleger von Beruf und ich bin schon seit 3 Jahren oder fast 4 Jahre hier in Deutschland, und gefällt mir hier in Deutschland. Danke.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about Germany, I can ask him that. Just leave it in the comments, or you can send me